So let's learn about the principal shader now. Now we have the principal shader selected here, so you can see all these values like base color, subsurface, subsurface radius, subsurface color, metallic, specular, roughness. So let's start with the base color. Now what this base color does is gives the material a color. Let's say you want a red ball, so you're gonna choose it to be red, or if you want it to green, you can choose green and it to be of that color. So first up is coming up next is the subsurface. By the way, if you can see that my voice is not that good today because I just got cold. Yeah, that sucks. Sorry guys. So coming up next is the subsurface. Yeah, so what this does is basically, instead of just bouncing all the lights, these lights gonna move inside of that object and gonna scatter on every direction, like human tissues and things like that. Like when you put a torch on your hands, you're gonna see some lights bleeding through your hands, like red lights. This is where subsurface comes in. Coming up next is the subsurface color. Now when you are doing a human tissue, you're gonna choose this color to be red. Or if you're let's say you want to create some leaves and grasses and things like that, you're gonna change it to a green, or kind of greenish type of yellow. Next is the metallicness. Now the metallicness can either be 0 or 1, nothing in between. This value defines whether the material is made out of metal or it's a non-metallic object. Now what is a metallic and non-metallic objects? Well, like irons, golds and all that things are metals. Like they reflect lights differently from plastics and woods and all that stuffs. So yeah. Coming up next is the roughness. I know I skipped those specular things, but you don't really need to touch those things. Those are just perfect. So the roughness is basically the roughness of the material. If you crank it all the way to 1, you will have no rough or no reflection. And if you crank it all the way to 0, you will have completely reflective. You can make let's say glasses, or you can have a reflective ball and anything you want, really. Coming up next is the transmission. Transmission is basically making the object transparent, like you can see through the object. Let's say you want to make a glass, so you're going to crank it all the way to 1, so you will have a completely transparent glass. Coming up next is the IOR. It is basically the refractive index. Like water would have a 1.33 and a glass will have 1.45. Google it and you will know the refractive index of each and individual liquids or solids. Yeah. And the next thing that you're gonna know is the normal, but I'm gonna be teaching you that after we learn about the textures. Now I'm trying to make these videos as short as possible, so you don't need to waste your time watching YouTube videos and not doing things in Blender. However, if you think that you need some in-depth tutorial on these topics, just let me know in the comments below. And in the next video, we're gonna learn the textures and what that does, and different type of textures like diffuse, normal map, reflection map. So we will make a table for our cup to place on. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. I will really appreciate that. And if you want to see more of our content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and enable notification at the bell icon so you don't miss out for future videos.